here, the next qualifier. Bedouins, the viewer vote was Goth for everyone. Let's take a look how they will play this. Our co-cast again will be Mr. Nobody41. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. Happy to be here and cast another third game with you. Wasn't expecting to cast this many games after yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. And we even have a new overlay. 0 TCs means we have 0, plus means we already started one. And Racer is going for the center quite nice and early here. And look at that. He is getting 1 wood, food, gold, and stone per second while he's controlling that. Goth was the unit or the civilization of choice. What do you think about those?
I think that was a pretty obvious choice. I remarked earlier that we hadn't seen any Goths earlier because it's such a great King of the Hill civilization, and it's a really entertaining one too because there's so much potential for unit spam, and it's a lot of potential for back and forth, but also there's a lot of anticipation when the timer really goes down and that spam just keeps coming in and they have to cut off the reinforcements, and it's just a really fun matchup.
Yeah, I think Goth even won twice already in King of the Hippo, so I was a bit surprised that we saw so few of them. As you mentioned, the spam could be really deadly, and you really need to kill those barracks instead of the units.
Yeah, absolutely. And that said, there were some other fun possibilities. I think a lot of the chat or the audience choose to vote for Tudens. That would have been really fun for the Siege Andres Teutonic Knights. I wanted to see Longbowmen or other obscure combinations, Ethiopians, Torsion engines, but those will be for another day.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone kind of building their TCs reasonably to pawns, except Mr. Luck, who built his TC at the edge of the map, will be quite late with his food income. But, well, what can I say? He will be somewhat safe in the corner, I want to say, but actually, he's pretty close to orange, for example.
I would have liked that strategy just to go towards the edge of the map. Even if you slow yourself down, I would have liked that if it was at a corner. This is kind of on the side, and because of that, he's right next to orange, which will have a nice head start.
Yeah, what we've seen from people in corners, though, is that they tend to struggle a bit getting towards the center because you kind of have to fight your way through it.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is still luck dependent. Obviously, if there are players in front of you going towards the center, then that might be a very big problem. But in general, free-for-alls, being as far away from opponents as possible is usually the best course of action.
Yeah. Okay, some Xing here. Actually, who orange X'd red? Something, or did I miss something? Okay, maybe they're just talking about the center a bit, or maybe someone had friend folk colors on.
Very interesting that none of the players, except for Racer, has chosen to go towards the middle. I just wonder why no one has even tried to contest it.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised as well. Wouldn't happen with tanks, and most likely it won't happen if we see the high qualifiers later on, especially Tedo and MBL. We're expecting them to heavily fight for those center extra resources, and yeah, just look at that. Racer with a big advantage in the income already here.
How much do you think a late game disadvantage is to get the monument, say for the first few ages? Because on the one hand, it gives you so many resources, but on the other hand, it kind of puts a target on you, I feel.
Well, if you give it up without a fight, it's not really putting a target on you too much, because people still think, yeah, he had the monument at the start, but I need to think about people next to me first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Although maybe if you're lucky, you go for an early push, but that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, we will see about that. The monument in this one instantly taken, so could be like the 46-minute mark, I believe, where the wonder timer is down for the very first time. But it could easily reset if we are going below 100 years and the owner switches.
Yes, absolutely. General rules of King of the Hill. So I do want to take a little bit of a second just to look at the positions of the players. So we have a lot of players in the bottom right-ish part of the map. We have blue, orange, gray, and teal. And meanwhile, on the left side of the map, green is a little bit by himself, and yellow and red might be in okay positions, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems like yellow has the most map, right? It kind of feels like what color is missing? Purple. should have been between green and yellow there at the top. It feels like there's a lot of space, and green and yellow, they have to be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. More space means less enemies you have to run into to fight for resources. And certainly, not all these players on the right side of the map are going to make it. Just as I see there's a dead villager from Racer running into the town center of Luck. Actually, that was a little bit of time ago as that body's rotting in the
Yeah,
ground.
but actually, Orange is returning the favor and sending a villager in the TC of Luck as well. So KD 1-1 there.
Mm-hmm. So already quite a bit of tension on that side. And as well, Luck going more towards the middle of the map where he's even closer to Willis. So a lot of these villagers going to be very exposed.
Let's take a look at that. And, well, we talked about no one really going for the center. And look at that. Willis probably heard us. And is sending 3 villagers out. Only one chance for Mr. Racer to wall with palisade walls here. He's the first one to fuelate before anyone even clicked.
Well, the interesting thing is that Willis can't actually wall behind this because it's all stone. He walled right up against the stone part. So if Willis might be able to get through that palisade wall with maybe 4 villagers or men-at-arms and a tower, but currently no one's up to the next age except for Sir Chico.
Well, for now he's still in Dark Age, so that will take some time. And we can see, look at that, Racer clicks to Feudal Age before 5 other players even clicked up to Feudal Age. He clicked to Chaos Age before 5 other players clicked to Feudal Age.
Yeah, we've seen that in the previous games as well, how much of a huge advantage that'll be. And he's on a very low villager number, but again, with that monument, that'll be enough of an eco boost. The Goths are all about economy, so the quicker you can get your town centers up, the better. And even better, if you're going to have a castle up right away, those Housecarls can do raiding right away, and maybe you can kill 1 player, at the very early part of the game.
Will that really help you, though? If we are looking out of the position of Racer now, even if he kills, let's say, for example, Yellow, he still will fight against all the other players after that.
Well, you take what you can get. I mean, it's not easy to win a free-for-all regardless, but if you could kill 1 player and you could take over their resources and you could take over that space, I think that's a huge advantage, especially if they're right next to you. Because we already know the other players on the right side, they're not all going to make it. And luckily, Racer doesn't have to worry about those players until maybe mid or late game.
Yeah, that's actually really a good option for him, right? If Racer kills Yellow, Teal, Blue, Orange, Gray, they will all slow each other down. So the only guy who kind of has an uninterrupted boom would be Green.
Yeah, and you just try to do your best and, take your fights wisely. If you think you can gain something by attacking someone else, then go ahead. If you don't think you can gain something, then you have to try to play it more defensively. Normally in free-for-alls, you lean towards more defensive play, but if you can, kill one of your opponents.
Yeah, well, very true. And look at that. 15 minutes of control. What? 900? I'm a bit confused. Is the monument given more? Isn't Nearly Mass saying 900? Oh no, he is collecting gold. Okay, that makes more sense. So 840 seconds. He is controlling the monument here, and yeah, just gives him a huge advantage. Could even think about imping directly after that, as weird as it sounds with Pop 18.
It certainly wouldn't give you anything as the Goths, in my opinion. You need a big eco to go along with your Huskarl and your champion spam.
Built 1 castle now. We even have a counter of farms now for everyone who's interested into that. Military count is 0 for everyone. And, well, Racer, he has to like how little he needed to invest and how much he's gaining out of this.
Absolutely. And even though the military count is 0 for everyone, I do see that that PL, the Gray player, is tower rushing and is going to start to tower rush Woke.
Yeah, and Gray not very happy with that, even asking, are you tower rushing me here? What is happening? And, well, Orange is sending some villagers against that. What is his plan?
His plan, it looks like it's going to be to migrate all to gold and maybe buy some stone. I have no clue.
Looks like all on gold at the moment, yeah. And, interesting move. He has enough resources to get up after that. He's going for the stable. Doesn't have any other buildings, though. Only the barracks here. Blue and Teal. Kind of weird walls in between them. Teal now finished walling, but Blue still has villagers kind of in Teal space.
Yeah, I think those walls are completely pointless with the Goths' ability to tear down walls and no stone walls, and I just don't agree with that at all.
Okay. Yellow is building a second barracks. Is he trying to make something happen in Castle Age here? Is now getting a market. I don't really see the blacksmith yet. Builds a defensive tower, wants to be safe there. Maybe an attack on red, but well, red is already very well set up.
Well, I certainly would not have recommended attacking the player that's held the monument for the first 19 minutes of the game while you're still in feudal age. But Sir Chico is going to be that kind of player, and he's going to want to, you know, he's going to want to make a name for himself as we're casting with him. So I think this might be one of the most spectacular fails we're going to see. But regardless, should entertain us.
We will see. Honestly, some of the games yesterday have been disappointing with the, yeah, just start to finish victories there sometimes. And at the moment, Racer FXX just in such a good position here, heavily ahead in the boom, all the control of the monument, completely uncontested, didn't really need to invest a lot. People need to have some great team play to get him off the wonder. But, well, it's still 320 years as well.
Yeah. I'm taking a look at the tower rush from Gray. It looks like it's going to be stalled a little bit. Gray has obtained a little map control, done a little damage to Orange, but I wouldn't say it's really worth it. He's still got to worry about Green later on. If you're going to make a few towers, fine, but if you're going to heavily commit to it, then that's going to really put you further behind if you're at risk of being attacked by someone else.
Okay, let's take a look. Orange now trying to do the attacking you're talking about. And we'll lose a lot of villagers fighting under the tower with the lower numbers. Not the greatest scenario for him.
No, not at all. Orange is going to go lowest in the score right now. He currently doesn't have any farms. He's quite out of this game, and he's mining quite a hell of a lot of gold.
Oh man, can't be the best idea for him. He is reaching Castle Age any second, but that was heavy loss for him, down to 28 villagers. The lowest here. As you can see, Race already at 64.
Yeah, a little bit of a snowball. He heavily invested into the economy. We haven't seen any Huskarls yet from Racer, just one towards the middle. So whenever he wants to unleash his army, I think his economy is getting to the point where he can do that, at least in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, one Huskal raiding yellow actually. He has 2 kills, no losses. Goes on to heavy farming. Most people still going for the shorefish. Yellow should be able to not take too many losses. Some more aggressive houses by him. Some more barracks here from Racer. Is he trying to start a Castle Age attack against our player in the yellow trunks? Might be an option.
I think he should. I think Racer's probably got... he's not the highest rated here, but he's around the community quite a bit, so I assume he has quite a bit of game knowledge that maybe isn't reflected in his elo. But I think the full Castle Age Huskarl spam will be a great option for him if he wants to take out yellow.
Let's take a look at that. He didn't get Anarchy for now, so the Husker spam isn't going to happen out of the barracks, but he adds more barracks. Oh, well, he has 500 food, 800 gold as well, so maybe just waits for Imp and then goes for the champ push?
Either would work. I think if you're Sir Chico, if you recognize the situation, I think you should take some villages and start building some town centers on the right side. There's plenty of space there, just in case you get pushed. And make sure to have a backup plan in case you're going to die.
Okay, Racer, he decided on the Castle Age aggression. He's going for Man-at-Arms. Green is going for the same idea here, but only has 1 barracks. Now a very defensive castle for him.
Yeah, if you're green, I think you should just boom as much as you can. And I mean, you can see that there's no pressure coming in anytime soon. So just try to boom as much as possible.
Yeah, well, that's why the castle is even a bit questionable. Racer now, well, does kind of everything. Now clicking up to Imp as well, while he takes to Longsword Man. And I think yellow will be in a world of pain. Just look at the score. Everyone between 1600 and 1900. Racer 3.3k.
Yeah, a lot of it just the resources gathered, and then now he's got all this. Now he's got a sustainable economy. He doesn't even need the monument, really. The monument's only a nice supplement to his income, and it's about to get real.
30 farms plus for him at the moment, even queuing some more. As we can see, Chico, he didn't build a single farm yet, still relying on some shorefish, expanding a bit more. Yeah, it's free food. He has massive amount of resources as well. He could go imp as well.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it would gain so much. Let's take our attention a little bit to the right side. So it looks like Willis has carved out a nice portion of the map. Maybe that's due to his walls. Maybe that's due to a little bit of luck. But Luck and Woke are really kind of sandwiched in there. And they have some castles there, but they have no room to breathe.
Yeah, that's true. Well, some defense here. Luck and... How will we call him? Just orange, right?
Sure.
Woke Blokem? Blokem? I have no idea. Let's call him orange. Our Goth player.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh Goth, you mean.
Nilly, it's so hard to cast with these sometimes.
Thanks. Okay. So Willis indeed is creating the arena for himself, as you said. Well, but with some paper balls here won't really help too much. Quite some funny investments though. How much how much he bought off here.
Well, at least I think it signals to everyone that I'm going to be defensive. So hopefully they see that, and certainly Luck is not going to be aggressive anytime soon.
Well, we will see. Racer now with Perfusion as well, goes for Forging, 200 Swordman, solid amount of resources, 211 years to go. And we need people go for continued strong booms. Green, for example, only sitting at 47 villagers, although he was not attacked a single time in this game.
Look at this triple Anarchy coming in. Sergeant Pepper, Sir Chico, and Wokem Blokem, all going with Anarchy. And does that mean we're going to finally see some action this game? We've had... Oh, look at all the units from Racer coming out all of a sudden.
Poor Yellow, what can he do? He indeed went for Anarchy as well. Has his defensive castle, 2 barracks for him, not a lot of other tech. Is sitting at only 2 TCs, builds a third one, but now 200 Swordmen swarming in.
Yeah, if you're Sir Chico... It's like you just set a gather point to them. They're not really attacking anything. I guess they're going to go after the tower first. Where are you going, Racer? Where are you going?
Oh, for now under the castle. So kind of the best possible spot here for Mr. Sir Chico. Not losing a single villager, actually killing some of those off before they even turn into champions. This could have not gone better for our player in yellow.
Yeah, but that said, I think that that castle might not have enough firepower to repel all of Racer's champions. If they keep spamming in like this, those champions will tear down buildings in a second. And Sir Chico looks like maybe expand just a little bit to the north, but I don't think it's far enough.
Oh, and yellow. Come on, red. Not really happy what's happening here. And, well, he doesn't have murder holds. So this is going to be tricky. And as you said, champions with their attack bonus against buildings will tear that castle down quite quickly.
Yeah, and Sir Chico going into the Imperial Age, I think this is a common mistake that a lot of Goths players make. If you go to the Imperial Age, make sure you have a good economy to back it, because the Imperial Age by itself doesn't give you a whole lot.
Yeah, not really freeing any nice tech there. Yeah, to an Swordsman and Champion, but you need to mess them up. Indeed, it's not like Malians where Bracer alone justifies going imp, and, well, it's going to be a tricky one. Maybe he was trying to hold on, now build some defensive towers, but those are looking really desperate.
Well, if the champions can take down a castle, I think they'll have no problem taking down a watchtower.
Oh yeah, and look at that, so many villagers are going down here. Yellow in some world of pain, and he did go for murder holds now, but won't even finish the second tower. Now goes down to 40 villagers alone. Red is attacking, Teal as well. Maybe that gives some breathing room for the others to attack the center. 160 years to go.
Yeah, absolutely. There's only 155 years remaining. I think this is a good play still from Racer. It's a lot of time. I think he takes out 2 players. What?
Sir Chico's Imp TC is being attacked, and he will not make it to Imp. He will not make it into Imp. Look at that, 75% and 400 HP. If Racer's going for it, bam! Yellow still in Castle Age and will stay there for quite some time. Still, at the moment, I think he doesn't even have any food income.
Yeah, Sir Chico's pretty far out of this game. He's just going to have to hope that he can rebuild somewhere. Willis, I think those palisade walls were really some false security because he hasn't made any military up to this point, and now he's panicking, putting up 2 castles. He's going to have to ramp up military production. He's got a decent economy to do it, but he's quite far away from having a decent army.
Look at that, he is taking models, although he even has 3 castles to defend it, so he will be super fine, even if the Huskarl spam is now coming in, which it actually isn't, because Orange is just passing by, and Willis will be safe. Did he cancel Imp? I thought I saw him tagging to it before.
Oh, I'm not sure, I didn't see it.
Okay, Orange. Trying to communicate, when do we go for middle, everyone? And, well, Willis says, better earlier than later. They need to make something happen. At the moment, Racer still in a very strong position here. 90 military for him. If we combine everyone else, maybe 40. Yeah, 40 exactly.
Well, this is more communication in this game than we've seen in previous games. Will is saying to everyone, go to the middle now. And it looks like Gray is going to actually heed that advice, and so is Green. Actually, that's just Gray.
It's just Gray. Some Scorpions, has some castles as well. Razor losing some of his champions. He's at pop 193, so won't miss those champions too much. But that's actually not giving him too much heavy Scorpions now for our Polish player. I like that.
Oh yeah, you see that in deathmatch all the time. Heavy Scorpions will be great against a lot of the infantry that the Goths can make. However, Gray can't do this alone. He's going to need the support of Sergeant Peppers. Willis is going to need to hold his ground, and maybe we need to see some support from Buzz Luck.
What really help? He did set himself up. 120 population for him now. Massive amount of gold. Please don't tell me he did sell some to be set up for the long run, because now we're already going very shortly to the 100-year mark.
Let me tell you who I think might have a huge impact on this game. I see Wokum Blokum massing a bunch of Huskarls. If he sends those into either of his nearby opponent's bases, that might take them out and might take them out. That might give Racer the win. If he sends those Huskarls towards the middle, maybe they could take Racer off the middle.
He certainly needs to attack the center now, or the back base of Racer. They need to attack him. Only 94 years left. Nearly years indeed. The chat is spamming it. Good job there, guys. Realizing that we're now getting into the intense phase of the game.
Well, a lot of these players have the economy to do something against Racer. Racer's only at like adjusting for the monument, maybe 140 villagers. So 2 players can take him on, but we need to see a nice coordinated push to do that.
Yeah, Green is going for it while Racer lost a lot of his champions. I think this will not be won in the first go. Only 1 Huskarl, 3 traps around though. And, well, champions not too great in killing those under a castle.
Let me tell you one mistake I think Racer has made, and when I played my game, I made sure not to make this mistake because I've done this before. If you're going to attack someone, make sure you kill them 100%, because otherwise they're just going to want to get revenge on you. Yellow's still building up. Racer has attacked Willis as well and not finished him off. I think both those players are going to want revenge.
Let's take a look at that. At the moment, the walls of Racer not really helping him. We have some attack from Blue in the back. They need to kill the barracks. We mentioned that earlier. Red is trying to get a castle up. Green with the spam. Gray needs to be a bit closer. It's going to be tough. Only 70 years.
Only 70 years, but the Goths can really spam. And Racer can keep spamming in towards the middle. He just needs a single unit to be there once the countdown hits 0.
The wall's actually working against him, and now this is a bad fight for Racer. He loses a lot of his champions here, and Orange is saying, oh, I cannot really attack here, sorry for the castle there. What? Most important thing is that they're pushing for the center, 60 years only, but Blue, I think, is doing a great job of cutting the reinforcement lines. Yeah,
finally, Blue gonna make his mark in this game. You need to cut off the reinforcements as much as possible, and then you have to take out the barracks as well.
Okay, at the moment, 3 Huskarls, 2 champions, 2 traps on the monument. 54 years left to go. Racer going down to pop 120. His production not really there anymore.
And look at this Sir Chico doing what he can on the left side, killing a few villagers, taking shorefish. So being as annoying as possible. That's just the best you could do as Sir Chico. I think he's out for revenge.
Crossbowman against a Huskarl player or a Goth player that has Huskarl, so wild choice for sure. 45 years left. Red not having too many units, but it looks like Green and Gray did a beautiful job together with Blue to push Red away, and the monument changes.
Yeah, Monument changes to gray. It's not really a firm control. Those bombard cannons with luck are really going to be great against those heavy scorpions. I want to point out what Wokem Blokem said. He said, if you delete the tower, I'll send you 500 gold. Ends up it's locked team, so he can't send any gold.
Well, maybe the intention counts. By the way, endless amount of resources here for Racer, as we can see in the top. He didn't really produce. Kind of surprising. Was he trying to save up resources, or what was his plan?
I would have to assume so, or he didn't queue up units, because that is, you know, if you spent all those resources and you delete some villagers and you go up to 200 pop, maybe he would have had a great chance of taking this monument right now.
I think so. Just delete the walls. Now it would have been down, I believe, or maybe to 10 years or something. If he got all those resources, that's like, how many are those? 200 champions? That's 200 champions in resources.
We certainly might see some points in this game where players might bank up a lot of resources, bide their time, and then just delete all their villagers and go for an all-in push, because he could produce so fast.
Yeah, well, the question is how much does... Well, deleting villagers, yeah, could make a lot of sense. Come on, Red. Yellow not happy with that, getting attacked again. But, well, he kind of forced that out of Red, right? With his crossman rate.
Yeah. That's like the least bit of provocation.
Green holding the monument at the moment. Pop 144 for him. Now the monument, yeah, control isn't giving you that much, relatively speaking.
No. It's a nice little bonus. You need something to try to hold on to the middle with, you know, these civilizations. But it's a nice little bonus.
Oh, blue with a nice amount of bombard cannons here as well. Trying to maybe snipe some from distance. Actually does some damage to zone. No. I think bombard cannons aren't doing... Oh, they are doing splash damage to their own units. Okay, actually killing more champions of his own than killing enemy champions. Oh my.
The bombard cannons will be great against heavy scorpions, but not a whole lot else.
Okay, let's take a look into that. We see Will is now moving in, and well, maybe some sniping from distance there could be an option without really getting attacked. But big move in now. Green, 66 years, but production too far away.
And I was about to say, I love the cooperativity of these players so far on the right side, but those Huskarls of Wokem Blokem going into the base of Luck, gutting Luck's base completely. That's going to take him out of the middle.
Elite Huskarls. Oh, this is so bad for blue. Oh god, and he needs to kind of even send champions back to defend that, right? He has no option to contest the center and tries to hold at home.
No, he needs to go back immediately and try to, I don't know, try to gain some favor from Willis so Willis can allow him to build in that space, because that was a lot of the economy of Luck that has just gotten destroyed.
But honestly, that gives a good shot for green now. Since orange is attacking the back, we are down to 50 years. Will is not the greatest production here. Doesn't even have all the upgrades. Does some weird ones as well. And green, now with the castle here, I like his position.
I like his position too. I don't think he'll have enough to take it, because, you know, Willis is really trying to make a play for the middle, and as well, Racer has a ton of resources in going toward the middle. So I think the two of them combined should be able to kick off green, but there's always that chance.
Okay, let's take a look. Gray is now coming in over from the side as well. Red knows what's up as well. I think green will be pushed off. Going down to 40 years. Yeah, the production not really there. Scorpions from the side just too deadly as well.
And back at Luck's base, Luck does look to be cleaning this up. He probably is going to want to counterattack Wokem Blokem. It's so hard to tell whether you should go for the middle or whether you should defend your base or attack an opponent.
Oh yeah, and that's the tough thing about this game, right? And Wokem Blokem, the question is, was it really worth it to attack there? He is reducing his chances to take the middle because he invested a lot of gold now, didn't really kill a guy, and you said earlier, if you attack a player, you have to make sure to really defeat him.
Yeah, I think if he was able to defeat Buzzluck, it would have been worth it, because, I mean, he's going to have to go through one of these players to have a chance to win it. Your goal is not to just not lose it, your goal is to win it. So I think for Orange, his best chance is to take out Buzzluck and take out Gray and get a little lucky and hope that the monument's still standing by the time you do that.
Well, hey, it's sometimes like praying, closing your eyes, and relying on other people to do a reasonable job in the center. Let's take a look. Racer, he's still going for the center, but lacking the last attack upgrade on his champions.
Yeah, that's a bit of an oversight from Racer. That's a very important upgrade. And 80 years remaining.
Teal with roughly 70 farms working for him. Yellow still with 0 farms here on this map. Quite wild. Oh, a lot of Scorpions of our Polish player going down. Not the greatest protection here. The Huskarls very idle next to it.
Yeah, Racer, once again, we saw he didn't get it the first time, but he's coming back for a second try, and he still has tons of resources in the bank. He can spam all day.
12k food, 4k gold for him. Now more castles, has all this those barracks here. Willis at least is producing quite nicely into those barracks. Pop 180 for our player in the red. Now getting pushed back, but again, has a reasonable shot in winning this one. Now with Scorpion support of his own.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you wanted to try that play where he deletes the builds and goes for the middle when it's at like 10 or 15 years remaining, that would be very strong. Luckily, Willis is pretty much a team player. He's going against Racer. He's the main opponent of Racer. And hopefully these players can continue to cooperate and kick Racer off the middle eventually.
Let's see, 56 years. Willis not taking the greatest engagements here, sending him the 1 by 1 against all those Scorpions. That's a lot of meat. Look at that, roughly 70 units already on the monument here. Green needs to attack together with Gray. They, must not fight against each other. Only 50 years left.
Willis, once again, being the team player, saying go mid. He's the one that has the best assessment of the threat of Racer, because he's his next door neighbor. And Willis losing a lot of champions to the champions of Racer and the heavy Scorpions as well, so he's going to need some support.
Oh yeah, his production is just horrible. Look at that, not really regrouping, not really fighting properly. Now sending in some rams. Yeah, it distracts Red a bit, but he's at 40 years. And he's winning the fight in the center as well. People really need to go for it. Blue and orange too distracted with each other.
And Willis, I noticed, adding Halberdier. It doesn't look like gold is a problem quite yet, but it might be a problem later in the game.
3k gold for him indeed. Red still defending there at the moment. He only has 6 Scorpions. I think if he just focused on the center, he could have done very well here. But maybe he's getting cleared up. 30 years. This could be a mistake here by Racer. But now he's sending in everything. Will the Scorps go down before the champions are coming over? That would be really important for the game. And yes, Racer with the misplay.
Oh, yeah, huge misplay. Green's going to take the middle and restart the counter. That's so great. So great for all of these other players because Racer might have been able to take that monument had he walked his champions in a little bit sooner.
Oh, this was a big mistake, Racer. I think he had a good spot to finish this game even, but now his production is getting pushed away. He's down to 160 military again. I think he is not properly using MQ. Look at that. All his barracks are actually idle. And he produces 10 more. Actually, you only need like 8 if you're Goth with perfusion.
Oh, man. Some misplays from Racer. He's got a very good strategic game, but I think just the execution has been lacking.
Yeah, the production maybe. Not really sure if... I think we should be playing with MQ. That was a question raised in chat. And... yeah, as you said, maybe the execution, the problem for him here. Now, not that high numbered on gold. Even lost a lot of villagers at his wood. Down to 65 villagers behind this. His macro not on point either. And he's getting the ramp push. Uh-oh, Racer in some troubles everywhere.
Yeah, Willis has been a huge thorn into Racer's side. Remember when Racer attacked Willis earlier in the game? Here we go. Willis has remembered that, and he's going straight for the main economy of Racer.
Oh man, and Racer, that's not looking too great for him. Orange with an interesting reform here. 25 villagers on one single board. He's down to 68 villagers as well. Not really contesting for the center. Blue is taking care of him. But that means Blue cannot really contest the center as well. 80 years down again for Racer, who's at pop 160. Having problems with gold at the moment.
I just don't think Racer has the economy to hold the middle if he gets pushed very heavily. Might have to get a little lucky. However, that said, yeah, I think Racer is like a false champion right now. I just don't think he's going to be able to hold the middle. I think Willis could be able to take him off there when he wants.
Do you think so? There's still 2 castles, mass amount of scorpions. Gray is not really contesting. Green is now going for hand cannoneers without defense upgrades. No bombard cannons around. I think like Racer's given himself a 3rd real shot in a row.
Actually, yes. Yeah, I changed my mind once I look at the food count and I see that he's selling for gold. So his resources are good for this push.
Oh, yellow saying blue attacks me for no reason. Well, maybe you attacked him before. And that is the reason. Now we have some pikemen here from our gray player. They need to consider attacking the center. We're breaking the 1 hour, 1 minute mark now. 60 years to go. It's again not looking too shabby for Racer.
Yeah, and to make this worse, I mean, blue has destroyed orange. That, we could say, has been inevitable from the very beginning. However, Sergeant Peppers is also destroying our gray player. So a lot of the players are not focused on the middle. Only Willis is.
Oh yeah, and that 1v1 should go in favor of Racer. Now bombard cannons for Willis as well, but he's focusing down on the cars. I think focusing down the scorpions could be the better option. Below 50 years now.
Ooh, let's see if these scorpions are able to take out these bombard cannons. That would be a horrible play from Willis if they are, and here they are. They're going to shoot. And going to take down a lot of the bombard cannons, and that castle's still going to remain standing.
Oh yeah, there's some bombard cannons in the back. Heavily mismicroed here by Willis. That was very costly for him. 40 years left. Green is now going for the big attack here at the side. He has bombard cannons around as well. There's not a lot of units in the center, but Racer, he learned from his mistakes and is now getting a bit more meat on the field.
Only 40 years remaining on the monument. Again, with Goths, it's so easy to hold the monument, but Racer is going to go 2 versus 1 for the last 35 years as Green is coming in and Willis is coming in.
Racer heavily using the market now, tries to get onto some more gold. He's getting raided at home. The eco not great, 54 villagers only, but 32 years. This is going to be a really tough one here, nobody 41.
It's going to be really close as Willis is really putting a lot of energy to making sure his units, come in at the right time. The last castle is going to go down of Racer. How many of these heavy scorpions can he keep alive in the center?
Oh, it's so important. They are really doing the great job here. Green not really pushing in. Gray attacking Green from behind. They are all working in favor for Racer at the moment. Champions not really closing down the distance. The bombard cannons need to focus down the scorpions. 22 years. There's not a lot of stuff for Racer. He is absolutely at the limit with the resource. Look at that. Lost all his food as well. Did he just trade this all for gold? Looks like it. Scorpion production is the only thing he has. The barracks completely empty. 18 years.
This is an all-in from Racer. He's down to 30 villagers. He has no more food left. He's spent all of his food. He's just got this small amount of military stuck in the middle, and it's only 15 years remaining. Can he continue to produce?
Oh, he does not. I think he sold all his food and all his eco was either behind this mid or bust. Indeed, we need to go for that. 11 years left.
Only so many heavy scorpions left. How much can they do? Can they keep themselves safe? I wish Racer would buy some food, or because that would enable him to build some more units, but it's only 8 years remaining.
Oh god, his production not there. 30 population for him. He's trying to send everything in the center. 5 more years. It's only those scorpions. There are orange villagers now coming over. Another scorpion over here. Let's take a look. They need to focus on this down. 3 years. Villagers attacking. One scorpion is running. The one champion is running around. He needs to survive 1 more year. This Racer may be doing good. Here he is. Going down. It changes. It changes. Oh no. Oh.
Racer, the favorite for this game. I think he's done. He's defeated.
13 population for him. Oh god, what a game here. And oh, that was beautiful. Racer, he is out of it. He has not enough food to produce villagers. He is at 8 villagers in total. Some random champions, no control anywhere. And he has to be shaking his head here.
I think this was the 4th opportunity for Racer where he just got so close, but just didn't have enough production to be able to hold in the very end.
I think it even went down to 0 years.
It did.
Okay, Remom starts. 3 more TCs, but Willis, he will finish him off.
I think so. Well, now Racer's not he's in a much worse position than his earlier adversary, Sir Chico, who still needs to build some farms.
Okay, Orange out of it as well. He's at 3 pop, he says. He's building a market, tries to maybe buy some stone to get a TC up or something. Yeah, some idle villages in the center. It's not looking too great for him.
Let's take a little bit of a recap of where the players are at. Looks like Willis is extremely strong, followed by Sergeant Peppers, in my opinion. Then we have Buzz Luck, who's kind of a little sandwiched in there, but he's still got a strong population. Wokem Blokum's pretty much out, and so is our Gray player.
Yeah, and you know what? Very often, after there was one person holding it for very long, and then players are doing a great team effort in pushing him away, everyone is trying to settle back, trying to take a breath, and often it happens that the one just going casually for the monument won't be contested enough. And that's what we might see here for Willis.
I always think that that when the monument gets reset when I'm playing one of these games, that I'm gonna have all the time in the world to eventually focus on it. But really, that 100 years goes by so fast.
Yeah, you need to have vision, and Green, well, he is taking a look into that, is trying to snipe down some of those champions, but Willis, with solid numbers here, 140 villagers for him, 70 farmers, 70 military, and only 50 years left.
Only 50 years? I think if Sergeant Peppers goes against Willis, it's going to be a fairly even battle, which means that, of course, Willis would hold the middle. So maybe is Buzz Luck going to play any role here?
I think he should be. He has some army around, only one screen. Pepper, please. I have a family. Well, I know Willis and he does not. So that's a lie. I think he, well, should now eat a lot of aggression from Green. And here, look at that. He got completely pulled out of position. There's only like 3 units on the field. Yeah,
3 units. He's going to bring a few more back. And all of these champions chasing down the champions of Peppers in the north of the monument. Not a lot left in the middle, and it looks like Peppers might actually take this now.
Go for middle, guys. Racer says, I will try to select the Teal units so that we can properly see the difference to the green ones here. Teal with some more production tries to go for more. He is pop limit. He has massive amount of resources as well. Look at that. 13k food, 9k wood, 4k gold, and now starts the production. Not a lot of people around, and that's what we said. Goth are so strong with this spam.
Well, I think that Willis's resources are unparalleled compared to any of these other players, so he's got a really good shot at going towards the middle if he actually wants to spend these, but once again, production's the big problem.
Racer's walls kind of helping here to zone those units out. He is sending in enough though. Barracks close enough, and there's not enough green. They need to kill the production. That's what we said over and over again. Just killing the units won't be enough. Blue needs to move in. He needs to cut the reinforcements.
Yeah, Blue's going to do his best. That might be enough, bringing those units in. And as well, Sir Chico finally going to play, finally going to go towards the middle for the first time this game and going to try to help cut off reinforcements. Getting close. It's 10 years remaining.
Uh-oh, and enough spam at the left-hand side. Now Blue is fighting against Green. That's something that they really should not continue to do. They need to cut this off, and there's a big group of Willis champions coming over. This looks good for him.
This looks very good for him. 6 years remaining. They have cut off the south, but they have not cut off the north. There's still tons of barracks spamming in units. Those hand cannons from Sir Chico very far away from being in the north, and I think Willis might take this.
Oh yeah, he will. Blue, if he went over to the left-hand side, that would have been better. If maybe Yellow, with this big flock here, was at the left-hand side. If he positioned himself between the barracks and the monument, that could have been something. But in the end, Willis is taking it.
The very opportunistic Willis, he saw his opportunity once Racer got taken out, and he was a very much a team player this game, communicating to the other players when they needed to go towards the middle. And once he took out the big player in this game, Racer, then it was his opportunity to shine.
Oh yeah, and boy, did he take him out. Pop 4 at the moment. I'm not even sure where he is with his population, or with all his stuff, but yeah, Racer was out of it. In the end, not even too shabby of a score. Orange only had one single unit around as well. Not really, yeah, I know that's green. Well, what a wild game here.
Yeah, that was a very excellent King of the Hill game. We saw a lot of very close near misses. Wasn't extremely long, but it was a good length, and I really enjoyed this one. This was one of my favorites.
Absolutely. And Willis, the winner of this one, will actually cast the next qualifier as well.
Oh, looking forward to that.
Let's take a look at the achievements. What do I need to take a close look at? Racer FX, obviously with the most kills and most losses. More on the peaceful side, the poor yellow player. Okay, what else? Buildings lost in the end for Racer. Overall resources, Willis did really bank those up. Did have over 70 farms at one point. 25k gold for him as well. Who has the highest overall military as well? 140 villagers. Let's take a look. 145 military for blue. But that was mainly to destroy orange. Not really to get the big army in the center. And look at poor red. In his timeline, he had such a good shot and then got smashed. Oh man, nobody 41. Thank you so much for being around. Maybe this is the time where you talk a bit about what you're up to at the moment.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It was a ton of fun casting these games with you. I think this is the third or fourth time I've casted King of the Hippo with you, and they're always tons of fun. Love to see new settings. Right now, I'm mostly working with the Voobly official team. So we have 3 pretty dedicated casters that are wanting to organize their own events. We'll have our own events coming up. And the biggest event that we're hosting is the Aspiring Experts League, which is a league for players from 1600 ELO to 2400 ELO. I think it's a good opportunity to help lower the skill gap, to give some opportunity for players that are normally not competing for the cash to be able to have a good opportunity for that and to be able to cast some great games. So look for that in April. Games will start, and that'll be on the Voobly official channel.
Yeah, sweet stuff. I signed up for that one as well.
Yeah, you'll be a favorite.
Not sure, but like top 10, I'd say. Yeah.
You have a chance. You have a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. So, see you there, and thank you so much for being around. Cheers, man.
Thank you so much. I'm going to post the link in the chat, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Oh, take care.
So that was nobody 41. I will edit the comment, co-cast, and now it will be Willis. Will be official. That's the streaming channel where a lot of casters actually started. Mem started there, T90 started there, I started there. So it could be really a good spot for you to check that out. And yeah. Racer is actually the guy in red. Will be hosting that tournament as well. Oh, we didn't play any music today. Interesting. Let's get some epic one in the back. Next qualifier will just start instantly after this one took quite some time. It will be Golden Pit with 3 pick civilization, and we will have the high qualifier. So above 1700 we have Kong Forever. Didn't he already play? Kong, you already played, right? You played Persians on the Nomad one yesterday. So he cannot play. Willis will join me any second. He's already in Discord, but yeah, he played in your qualifier, thanks as well. Okay, we have a lot of other who wants to join. I think we're all set up here. Thanks, welcome Blokem. Nice backstep there against blue. Thank you, Nili, for always making new events. I'm glad you're growing the community. Thank you so much for playing, and thanks for the 300 biddies. GG, well played. It's a high qualifier. Yeah, but you can just join. Only 1400 rating. Happened. You can join. We have, let me take a look, 3 more spots even. We have Stefan in there, GWFE, Orlu, Tedo, and Heisen. 3 more spots to be filled if you want to join. That's your shot if you didn't play anyone. Who won qualifier number 5? That will be Willis. Yeah, for now it's still okay. Willis 35 on this one. Qualifier 7 and 8. The high ones following here. Even if you are low, yes. Next one will be Golden Pit. I think free pick of civilizations, right? Yes. That will be good. If you want to join, this is your chance. MBL Tattoo Onlu. Actually, MBL is playing the one after that. MBL is playing qualifier number 8. Ultranoid joining, but he doesn't have the mod, so that will take some time. Do you know why Doubt did not show up yesterday? No, he wasn't online yesterday or today, so I have no intel on that. T90 would be allowed to play, but I think he wants to cast. What I also wanted to mention, guys, 50% of all donations are going into the prize pool spread around all streamers. Tabulis, I love him, please, Nilly. I'm not sure if I can. But thanks for the 100 biddies. Silver Dawn, I will try to remember. Is the Lord okay? We will hope so. So if you want to join, that's still an option. Schalke could actually join as well.
I bought a ticket for my entire seat, but I'm only using the edge.
I bought a ticket for my entire seat, but I'm only... I get it. I get it. Oh, I will need to reuse that one. Oh god, I need to make a list of like fun word combinations. That's a good one. I even had a list before NAC, and I didn't use a single one of those because I was so distracted. For example, I wanted to thank Fisher Price for sponsoring the hardware equipment for Leary. For Scripter, no doubt, someone is kidnapping all of our best people. Is Scripter gone? I think I saw him like a week ago. Oh, so T90 is playing. Danger. Danger, danger, danger. Okay. Oh. Tricky T90. Guys. Tricky T90. Trying to avoid paying fees. Because casters need to pay 50%, players don't. Finding loopholes in my tournament. Since 2019. T90 is so clever. That brain. Okay. I'm actually fine with just starting with the 6 of them. So I will let Onlu host. Onlu, please don't leave the game even if you are defeated. Good luck, have fun. And I will spec myself. Map size. Okay, Willis is around, he is ready, and we can do our first after interview. Here with Mr. Willis. After he won that one, and yeah, I will unmute myself and then we'll see what he has to say. Music intensifies as well. It's actually great to see T90 Pog. He didn't play in quite some time, right? Oh, Willis, you're ready. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much. I am coming in happy as a clam now. Oh, I had German prepared again. Darn it. Threw me off my game. Guten Nacht, Herr Nilpferd.
Oh! It's not night yet here, but yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. I was like the time was in between. But yeah, that is exciting. I love playing King of the Hippo. That is my first that's my first win. Not my first game by a couple of years, I believe, at this point, but first win. Good
How
time.
was your heart rate when
Oh
you
my
pushed
gosh.
Racer away?
Uh if you don't know me or hear me speak much, I am a very jumpy person. I'm sweating during these games. It's disgusting. I wish I could pretend to be calm. I'm not. Like
Okay.
immediately when the settings were Goths and I knew someone else had the monument, I was like, oh great, noobs, somebody else has Goths. He's gonna be imp first and gonna be way stronger than everyone else.
Yeah.
And no one will know how to deal with it.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Sibidon wants you to know that he loves you. And I remember
Oh,
King of
thank
the
you.
Hippo 1, we had Future winning. That was the first one ever with like $450 prize pool. And he couldn't give an interview for the 20 minutes because his heart was racing so much.
Okay, I guess I'm not as bad as that. Well, maybe in the final we'll see how much it's beating. But at least going into those, I'm a little less concerned because I know if a pro decides to target me, they can just steamroll if wanted.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. We will have roughly 4 to 5 pros in that one. And, well, maybe 3 other players on your level. Going to be interesting for sure. And the next one will be Golden Pit, free pick of civilizations. What do you think about that?
I was looking it up. So because of your special settings, I was trying to think of someone I would want. Because I love Golden Pit over Gold Rush just because of it's harder to hold the middle. But also with the monument and the focus there, man, I couldn't think of like 1, 2, or 3 civs that I think I would want in this situation. I don't know if there is a right answer now.
Yeah, it is tricky, right? You kind of want to have the monument, you kind of want to be in the center, but then you're always fighting uphill. This will be really tricky, and yeah, I don't really know what civilization is the best here. Maybe, like, Mayans feels so dumb for King of the Hill, but feels so good for the map.
Maybe just go with I want to go like intense mobility because you'll have 7 people carrying to come after you, but you want to be tankier because you have to hold the middle. You don't just have to win, you have to stay somewhere. So I could almost go as far to question if Teutons are worth a shot.
Oh, I had Teutons already win one, so it might be an option there. Could have some nice hill control with 13 range castles.
13.
Not having hazards though kind of hurts.
Yeah.
It's tricky. And also, like, how much do you think you want to pick a civilization to block the civilizations for others in the qualifier afterwards?
To block the others in the qualifiers afterwards.
Because
you can't repeat any civ?
no, like, qualifier 8 cannot pick the same from qualifier 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you just couldn't pick whatever civ you won with. Oh, wow, that is wow.
And in the fight,
mind games, Nilly. Wow, that's diabolical, sir. Way to think up that.
Oh, well, we will see about that. And well, in the finals we have another system, but I will explain when we are getting to that because the spec delay is going down now, and we are jumping into this qualifier number 7 on the way. We will play Golden Pit, free pick civilization. We have beasts like Onlu, Tedo, and T90 in this one, as well as Stefan Hadi, a 2.3k arena player, and I'm excited to see what they have in store for us. We are playing King of the Hill settings, and whenever you control that monument in the center, you will get extra resources, 1 wood, 1 food, 1 gold, and 1 stone per second. With me is the winner of the prior qualifier, Willis35.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here for my 3rd or 4th King of the Hippo. It's a good time as always. I love these settings brought to us by Nilly.
Oh, let's take a look. Who is the first one to the center trying to get that advantage? It looks like the red player who is playing Koreans, and everyone going for different civilizations again. I'm so surprised by that.
That's so great to see. So, but could there be fighting over it?
Well, there has to be fighting over it, right? Tedo is taking the first hit here, so he will take that win.
Yeah. So, playing the 3D, the 4D chess here. Do you be the third person to show up with your scout? There's fighting going on.
Or the fourth one. It's certainly sending a villager now behind that doesn't make a lot of sense. And Tado is now the one taking the wonder. And, well, as you can see, resources already climbing. And he didn't invest a lot into that.
No, not at all. Just some scouts HP, no villagers coming forward. I think he only has to hold on to this for, I don't know, maybe agree with me here, Nilly, maybe 30 seconds to more than make up for any sort of scout, like a boar steal or anything that he could not go for now with a damaged scout.
Wow, scout boar steal isn't really a thing you should really go for in those scenarios anyways, because, well, you're taking one away from your enemy, but you're damaging your scout, and what does it really bring you, right? The difference of maybe a 10 seconds fast attack won't be that important if you have to face 5 other people.
So I believe here we might see it. Is it Heisen? Heisen coming in with a scout as well. Tato probably he'll leave, but if he were to stay, he would lose his scout with what's about to happen. We shall see, though.
I think Tato's just running around.
Oh, he's gonna run around
as long as he can. And Blue will try to chase this down, but it's more seconds for sure. Okay, this is maybe the time where, oh god, look at that, the other, oh god. And now he can't see him behind the monument. Oh, actually he can.
You need to play some circus music as they go back and forth trying to catch each other.
Yeah.
Interesting that you can't see any collaboration. I am surprised to not see any other player scouts here. I would think, because I understood from the qualifier I was in that low-level players, this would be harder to do. Thinking about the micro, we're processing less things per second than much higher players. I would have thought these higher players would all be here microing scouts around by now.
Well, 4 players were fighting for it, and T90, if the green scout goes down, I'm not really sure who is controlling it, and T90 is going closer.
I'm good. Is he? Oh, he did. Wait.
T90 is getting it.
He does get it.
Heisen got the kill, but T90 is controlling the monument now, and he has to be happy with that.
Yes, and wait, don't leave. Oh, it looks like he was about to leave there. And
Onlu now fighting.
Oh, well, now it doesn't matter now.
T90 runs. Yellow should not get baited out of it. Blue is controlling it and holding it. Oh, still with full HP.
Yes,
okay.
I believe. So Heisen can hold now. Heisen's the only player left other than S? Is it just S? Is it?
It's Stefan HD.
Oh, Stefan, thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
But his nick is S, yeah.
I believe he's the only other one with a full HP scout. Oh, he has eagles. He's mines.
Yeah. Not really taking care about that. I'm not 100% sure if he knows the settings as well.
He must not. Because he would be in such a strong position, correct?
With an eagle? Well, or he just waits. And he thinks, okay, like end of Dark Age, I'm coming over with my eagle. Or just waits to early Castle Age and then has an eagle with 4+3 attack.
This is true. This is true. That would be very strong then as well. All right, so let's take... So Tato, of course, going the first to Fido. He held it for... I'm going to say he had it for a couple of minutes.
I would say
to the middle there.
3 minutes and 35 seconds, roughly.
Oh, he got an extra 215 stone. Okay, that can be our... That can be letting us know how long he had it there.
Yeah, we had red with 39 seconds. Blue is still taking it for over 2 minutes now. T90 official was 28 seconds there. Stefan and Onlu, no, not a single second of control here. And Onlu is trying to chase it with less HP. Kind of interesting. And look at that. Tato now going for the center control here. Builds the barracks very aggressively.
I assume he's... Oh, that's not too shabby. If he plans to hold it with man-at-arms throughout Feudal Age, that could work for enough time to bank up some more resources from the bonus. Like what I see.
I think he will just go for 2 spearmen, honestly. Why would he go for the big man-at-arm attack there? Maybe a tower close to it as well. Blue is now still here. Are they attacking the villagers? Could be a weird option. And Tato is instantly... Look at how confident he is. He's already starting to wall the monument because he knows my spearmen will win me this one.
Yeah, I would think someone would have maybe at least got some damage on the villagers while they had the time, but by no player moving, Tato's got it, and Tato looks like he'll be holding it until, well, no one else is even in feudal, so it's gonna take maybe some time in feudal and get archers out here to push this.
And even archers, well, then you need to break the walls first, and, well, the only guy really around is Red at the moment. But he, as you said, didn't even click up to feudal age, 500 food for him. I'm not sure if, like, feudal age attack with archers in, like, 4 minutes will do anything, because some people are already in castle age then.
Yeah. So it looks like T90 is going to be our closest person in feudal age second, but he's putting up a stable. So, oh, you know what? He probably can't see, doesn't know of this. Oh, he knows of the spearman now if he's looking.
He sees 2 spearmen. Don't tell me he's like scout rushing a walled monument.
Oh, he does have scouts queued. Oh no. He's not, maybe just not thinking about it, or maybe he's gonna hope to have more spearmen out on the field.
Okay.
Going through his mind right now.
Can't be the best option here. Teto is trying to chase this down, has cheaper spearmen, trying to get some hits off. Will get chased down by the faster spearmen of the Celts though. But well, I think Teto will finish those walls before T90 can really contest that.
Let's see. Yeah, the wall's definitely going up. 2 spears coming in against, is it 4 or 5 now for Tato? That is not going to be helpful.
Oh, green against teal, very confusing. That's why we have the rule in ECL that green and teal always have to be in the same team. And Teto, he's just quick walling this, and he will be happily sitting behind this. Let's take a look. His resources, he's controlling that monument for over 6 minutes now.
Wow. He's already going to have enough banked up by the time he's even thinking about castle. He'll have enough stone in the bank for a castle.
Yeah. Absolutely true. Look at that, already gaining 400 out of it. Villager could be coming out. And Red is now coming and getting to the feudal age. Something we need to do before we get into the even more intense phase. While Red is getting his scout fort at the top here. Oh no, he opened it! What?
He got out,
Heisen! Oh no!
How long was it hanging out there? And that's so weak as well. You know what would have even been more insult to injury? Walled in, delete 1 piece, block with villager, kill scout.
Oh god, that was truly a fail.
Well, it looks like T90 was able to outproduce Tato, but that has to be by choice from Tato's part by sitting on all these extra resources.
Well, Tato is already up on the way to Castle Edge. Meanwhile, T90 is sitting at 150 food. But we will have more spearmen coming up, and Tato, he's going away. Could have maybe continued repairing that palisade. Let's take a look.
Also putting a tower up though. I believe the tower will help him hold against spears, and I believe there's just 2 villagers. That won't be enough.
No. Tato won't actually fight there. He will just fight at the top end of the monument, and the tower won't help at all.
Yeah, it's very. Great play by Tato. Just it's some pressure, but it's not enough pressure to actually cause any effect from it. Correct?
It's no,
because he will just patrol the top. Yes.
And Tato will just casually get a castle up there as well. But blue as well. Look at that.
Ooh, okay. Now it's getting interesting. Now we've got people concerned about each other here. I like what I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Now with both of these castles here, no single player will be able to just completely hang out.
Well, either Tato at the left-hand side or Heisen at the right-hand side. But how is he getting in against no... Well, there's still walls, right? So Tato's just fighting off against the spearmen.
The villagers are getting picked off against some spearmen, but they will not be there for enough.
I think Tato will continue holding this. Now even text to pikemen.
Let's see. About how much range is this from corner to corner?
Is he attacking?
About 15-ish?
Oh,
no,
1,
not
2,
that much.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's 12. No, it's 11 tiles long. What?
Okay. So everyone's safe for now. Imperial Age with full upgrades. Not safe. The castle at either corner. But for now, yeah, Tato is just patrolling in a different corner. That tower will go down. It's no match against just constant castle fire. And Tato will continue with this bonus.
Yeah, that's true. And he's still getting resources, only at 32 villagers. Look at that, Stefan completely ignoring that. He's just casually going for his castle. Has 3 TC's up and is getting some gold out of the center. Some we can only save from T90 as well. And Heisen.
Yes, well, I wonder, Stefan must be playing some sort of long game with himself here, right? He has no interest of squabbling over the middle, and no one has interest in him at the moment. So he must just be thinking, get the strongest boom he can, wait for these squabbles to be done, and then take some sort of spot. Try to be the second or third powerhouse to hold the middle and win the game that way.
Yeah, the question is, like, Mayans, how good are they really in holding that?
I'm gonna say not very. They're more mobile. Eagles are strong, but we're gonna see too much against them to just hold with eagles.
Yeah, and like Tado, like he will be super good against Mayans.
Yeah.
Then we have Slash with potentially mad amount of siege, Koreans with endless amount of range, Celts.
Oh man.
If he goes for Mass
that's a
Eagles, we
poor
could have Cataphracts from Onlu.
Oh, Stefan, I'm sorry. The settings are against you.
Oh, well, he picked
Eisen did take a little
Mayans.
bit more. That's nice of him. Very well positioned tower just to hold a little bit of ground. So I mean, not hold a little bit of ground, but just make Tato need the focus of actually patrolling units rather than just hanging out in the corner.
Tado just continues to hold this monument. I'm not sure. Was he ever on stone? No, right? So he's holding it for 15 minutes now. Out of 21. Wow. That's brutal.
What do we see from the other players? I see Ornlu. Ornlu is thinking the same thing. He needs an eco, and then he's going to show up to the party. That's what's going on over there. I could say the same for Red. Doesn't seem like he has plans to make too many moves right now. Yeah, only houses towards the center. What about T90? What has he been up to? He did give some attempts, but now he seems to have pulled off.
Well, he scout rushed into walls with spearmen to follow it, right? So
yes.
That was a tough one, and then he's now trying to catch up with the boom. He's adding 3 more TCs. We'll go for a full boom approach after this.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, other than Tato is holding it now, and Tato's sitting safe. Is there any trick to be pulled out of a hat right now? I think it would have to be... Well, the eco wouldn't be there, but it would have to be somehow a push with ramps to take out the castle.
Just
I can't
ballistics on the tower to kill the Huskal. And then Sunny Blue has the wonder. That would be enough.
Oh, yes, it would. So will we see it, though? I don't believe it, but he'd win in my heart if he got ballistics just to kill the one Huskal. Slowly, too. It would be 1 damage. He'd be 41 shots away from taking the center. Oh, man. It would be fun to watch. Oh, no. Stefan's doing the worst thing in these settings. He's trying to do damage, but he's doing damage to the player that's most likely to help him take the middle next.
Oh yeah.
He was just pushing Heisen's villagers off of gold to the right of Heisen's castle. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah. Probably not the greatest thing, just trying to do some damage. Isn't really your main goal, right? You want to increase your chances to, in the end win the game, not to have someone else not win it.
Yeah, definitely you definitely must be carrying a very different mindset trying to play like this. Just hurting another player won't really get you anything. Sometimes you actually need to, I'll say it's going to sound funny, but aggressively avoid other players that you know are currently helping your situation out.
Yeah, that's actually true. Just wall them off. Blue, what is he going for? Another mining camp. Now tries to go for the center. Tado just casually chilling here with 4 Huskals in the corner. Mangonel now moving forward, but should not have the range against the castle. Although Tado, he's sitting there without...
He could bait the Huskals in. Oh, it looks like he will be able to bait the Huskals in. And with the trade... no. Wait, Huskals are coming back for some reason. They'll be in range of the castle. That's unnecessary. Tato must not be completely paying attention there. And, so close.
Just building more Huskals again.
And there we go. Pulls it back. Wait, what'd you say? Somebody's building scouts again?
No, Huskals.
Oh. I was like, wait, who's building scouts now? They are very, very late to the decision making.
Yeah, okay, true.
Wait, what is this from Stefan is building outposts around the. He's going clockwise around the map and finding T90 now. Interesting.
Tries to get some vision over here. Makes some sense. T90 is around, wants to get some relics. Doesn't know that this map doesn't even have any relics. Oh no, Tedo.
Oh,
That is. Sending monks around. But Golden Pit. Seems like there are none.
Right, but we're actually gonna have Ornlu in Castle Age first, even with all that bonus. Tato was tied up in other things.
Well, Tedo built a castle. He built Huskarls. Magnals, right. He has 110 villagers, went for 60 sea boom, mass amount of gold as well. He's already banking that up. So that was not his long-term plan. And that's why Onlu is so fast here towards him.